Welcome back, everybody. On the last episode, we scouted out the Pedro Bay map, and on this episode we're going to head in there and get started on some of the work. Before we go in there, we'll grab 6 planks of wood, we'll throw one on top, and we'll take these into Pedro Bay with us. Get a jump start on the Morrison landslide and one of the bridges that needs to be rebuilt. Let's get started. First thing we'll do is head up to the gas station and top off with fuel before we go into the other map. Pedro Bay is pretty close to where we're at, so it shouldn't take us long to get there. The wood plank stayed on pretty well on the way here. Didn't have any issues with it. Okay, now that we're topped off, let's run up the road here. The gateway is just at the top of the hill. And here we are. Pedro Bay. Alright, first thing we'll do is complete the Morrison's landslide. It's just up the road. We're going to stay to the right here. Make sure we don't slide down the hill. And we'll go across the lake up ahead. I call it the lake. It says water over the road, but looks like a lake to me. And we can drop this off right here to the left. We'll make sure we're tracking the right task, Morrison's landslide. Alright, now that's complete, we can repack and we'll continue up the road, the back road here, and let's go build the bridge. The task is called Dangerous Road. Having a little bit of a hard time getting through here. It's not deep mud or anything, it's just truck is kind of powering out. And the drop off is right to the left of the road here. Let's get this bridge built. Beautiful. All right, now from here, we'll just turn around and we'll head back the way we came in. We're gonna go to the trailer store. There's a low saddle, low boy trailer over there that has 2 metal beams loaded on it. We'll just take them off and put them on this trailer. Yeah, this section here is definitely tough to get through with these chain tires, but we're getting there. Now that we're back, we'll just turn right and head over to the trailer store. There's the trailer I was talking about. So what we'll do is disconnect from our trailer here. We'll connect to that one and we can unpack the cargo. I like to push it backwards a little bit so I can get it out of the way and have a little more room to maneuver in here. We'll detach the trailer, connect back up to the trailer that we pulled in here. We could pull that trailer, but the truck that we're using is a little bit high, and on the back of that trailer there's a plate that hangs down below the ramps. That plate likes to dig into the ground, so it's not the best for off-road use. I do like to use that trailer on roads though, especially with some of the lower trucks. We'll get this loaded up, then we'll head on out of here. Let's mark out on the map where we're going. The contract that we'll be working on is pipeline repair, and to get there I'll mark out our path. It's pretty straightforward. It's going to be mostly road the entire way. So we'll head back the road that we came in on, get back to the highway. We'll go up where we cleared the Morrison's landslide and then head past the oil field, around the corner, and then our final destination will be at the pipeline there. So that's what it looks like. It's a big loop around the map, and we'll get started on that right now. Gonna have to unpack to get through here. Okay, we're repacked, almost to the road. Back to the highway. Step over the top here. There will be some barricades. Just need to make sure we don't damage our truck too bad on there. As you can see, the front tires almost got stuck on the feet. Those feet are what damage you. So if you try to either straddle them or go around them, it definitely helps. There. And off to our right is the oil field. We're not going to stop in there just yet. This muddy section here, I usually try to stay all the way up on the left, kind of go around the side of the hill. Definitely speeds it up versus driving through the middle. We're almost back to the pavement. Going by that contest now with the Scout 800 on the left. Now that we're on the pavement, we should be able to cruise from here, for a ways anyway. The road does lean pretty hard to the right here. If you don't have chain tires, that can definitely be a tough spot. And this is that muddy section, mud and snow combined. So it's probably going to slow us down pretty good through here. Not too horrible. And we've reached our destination. Let's get this stuff turned in. All right, now that that's complete, we can drive through the barricades and we'll run up the road and get refueled at the end. While we're here, we can make a plan for the next contract. We'll work on service hub reactivation, but to do that, we need to get this factory back up and running. So there's a task over here called moving the stock. It's going to require 2 wooden planks and an oil barrel. The oil barrel is back at the oil field, sitting on the ground. So we can jump into the A&K and we'll drive this out of here and go grab some wooden planks. The A&K does really good on this map. It's got plenty of power and good traction with the stock tires. I like it a lot. Once you add the raised suspension, it gets pretty unstable. It's definitely pretty tippy, but when you pick it up like this, it works pretty good. Let's take a left here, now that we're back at the road, and we can cruise over to the wood loading warehouse. And then the oil field's to the left, and we'll turn right into the trees. There's a back road here that goes right into the warehouse. There's a couple dips here you got to watch out for, but nothing too bad. Well, that one's kind of bad. Luckily, I caught it right before it tipped over. Okay, we'll load 2 wooden planks here, and then we'll continue straight forward on the same road. We're right here in the middle. We're gonna run forward there, cross the rock bridge, head back up this way, right to the factory. Pretty decent little trip, nothing too bad. Just take a left right outside the warehouse. I think this is our first time crossing the rock crossing here. It's easy to get across, you just have to make sure you don't damage your truck too much because there's some pretty jagged rocks sticking up. The A&K comes equipped with a snorkel. You can see it on the side of the cab there. Snorkel is all the way up to the top of the roof, so that's a plus. This part here is pretty muddy. I usually try to go around the side of it. Still slows you down quite a bit though. Now when we get to the pavement, these tires quite slippery, so be careful on the pavement with these, on the icy pavement. The factory's just up ahead. Alright, we got those turned in. Only thing left here is going to be the oil barrel. We'll bring that by later. Now we can work on pole down. We'll have to take 2 wooden planks to the fallen electric pole there on the map. So we'll head back to the stock loading right there. Same way we came, just go back across the rock bridge. We'll get loaded up again. There's the Hummer waiting for us. We'll get that later on. A&K has all-time all-wheel drive and diff lock. Auto seems to work real well with it, as long as you spam your clutch button in the muddy spots. It's a smoky truck though. And we're back. We'll just get loaded again the same way we did last time and make a U-turn and head straight back across the lake. I'm gonna go on the left side this time, starting to tear up the right quite a bit, so just gonna alternate my path. It's a lot stickier over here though. I'll have to winch. Stuck on something. Oh, I see what it was. There's nothing to winch to here. There was a tree down there that I was stuck on. This is pretty bad. This is the first time we've gotten stuck this bad. I don't know what the deal was there. Usually at least it keeps moving. I think it was just the tree. Okay, we got out of there. This time we'll go past the factory. We'll turn right before we get to the factory, I should say. We'll pull this Hummer with us. It's going that way anyway. And we'll leave the Hummer out here on the road. So we'll drop that right there and we'll take this left turn back here into the woods. All right, the drop off is just on the left here. Okay, pull down is complete. Now let's look at our list here. Lost tools, family treasure, and moving the stock. We still need to finish moving the stock. We'll actually continue up the road here. The service hub reactivation requires 2 concrete blocks. We can get those in the warehouse ahead. And when we complete the factory, we'll have access to consumables there. So we'll load up those blocks and we'll get turned around. We'll head back out of here. From here we can go to the service hub. We'll take the Hummer with us. So we're just gonna follow the road back out, same way we came in. The Hummer is right there. We'll grab it and bring it with us along this back road, go around and under the pipe, go past that watchtower, and then we can take that highway up into the service hub. Let's go. Good looking truck. When we go past the Hummer, we'll hook up to it and bring it with us. That's where it needs to get dropped off anyway. This is that spot I was talking about on the last episode, that it gets a little bit trickier with the bigger trucks because it's a side hill and muddy. So you just got to be careful here. If you start to tip, just turn downhill, at least until you can get stopped, and then back up and take a better angle. You got to be a little bit careful going across the ice here. You can see it kind of smashes you up pretty good if you go too fast. Then we're back to this icy highway. Icy highway and guardrails are definitely not a good combination for this truck. All right, let's pull the Hummer up ahead here first. Got that delivered. Now we can drop off these concrete blocks. Okay, now from here, we'll need to get that factory back up and running before we can get the last two consumables. Let's activate or start tracking the lost tools. We leave this service hub. We'll go down the road a little ways here, and then just on the other side of the pipeline, we can cut through the trees, grab that vehicle spare part. We'll get that loaded up. We'll jump back into the Royal, get turned around. We'll use this because we have a crane on this truck and we'll need it to load up the vehicle spare parts. All right, let's head out of here. Okay, I'm gonna drop the trailer here, so I really don't need to drag the trailer into this deep snow just to get one vehicle spare part. So we'll just drive in there bobtail. It's kind of slow, but we can get there. Then we'll enter a clearing and we'll just pick this up and set it on our fifth wheel plate. Okay, let's back out of here. Same way we came in, we'll just back straight up the hill and back out. We'll just get this loaded up on the trailer and get reconnected. Now from here, we'll head back around the road that we came here on, this highway. Well, it's highway from here anyway, and then it turns back into a dirt road. We'll go around the side of that mud pit and then into the oil field. And we'll get loaded up with the oil barrel that's sitting there. That's also where we drop this off. We still haven't added the raised suspension to this truck, so once we do, the 51-inch tires would make work like this go a little easier in some of these deeper snow spots. And we'll turn left into the oil field. Our drop off is over here to the left side of the left corner. Okay, now that we have that done, we'll just back up, drive straight ahead here and grab this oil barrel. Might as well top off on some fuel before we leave. You can also pull this fuel tanker out to the road, just leave it off the side of the road so you don't have to drive in here to access it. There's a lot of extra fuel on this map, and honestly, you can get by with just leaving it where it's at and not even use it very often. We'll make sure we're tracking moving the stock, and then leaving here, we're just gonna head back out to the road. I think we'll take the highway up and around this way, and then we'll come back in on this back road. We could go by the wood loading station and just take the wood bridge, or I'm sorry, the rock bridge that's right there instead of going around. But I think right now with this truck, it's gonna do better to just keep it on the paved roads as much as we can. With the configuration we have, smaller tires and the chains, it's just a bit of cruising anyway, right? So if we were gonna take the rock bridge, we would just go straight across the road here. That's definitely a shorter route. This isn't very long either though. Make sure you don't turn off the road right away because that mud there is pretty deep, so I'll go around it. This part might hang us up a little bit. I'm staying to the right this time. I don't know what I got caught on the last time on the left there, but I'm not even going to take the chance with this truck. Can't quite get it into high. There we go. All right, now after we complete this, moving the stock, we have factory loading opened. So we'll pull up ahead here and grab 2 consumables. We'll get turned around and we'll head over to the service hub from here. We're gonna take the back road that we went on with the A&K on the last trip. So just after we leave here, we'll take a left, follow this road around under the pipe again, cross the lake, back to the road, and drop off. Once the service hub is put back together, reactivated, we'll be able to repair our trucks there also, and they both need it. Okay, back to the pavement. That's always good. Just around the corner is the service hub. All right, now we got that done. We'll be able to drive into this box over here and get repaired. Let's get this truck turned around. We'll jump back in the A&K and we'll go complete the family treasure task. This trailer needs to be pulled out of here as well. I'm gonna leave it again because we're still waiting to discover another heavy truck in White Valley that has access to chain tires. Our P16 does not. I don't want to take these two trucks, or these two big trailers, without chain tires. So we'll put them off for a later time, but we can get this task done. So we'll just follow the road back out of here again, just like the last time when we went to the oil field, only we're going about halfway. You do have to be really careful on this corner up ahead, just to make sure you don't slide off of it. It's leaning hard to the outside. Try to stay to the right if you can. Slow way down. All right, our turnoff is just right here. We'll get turned around and back up to that trailer and connect to it. Head back out, same way we came. Now you can activate this contest and pull that Scout 800 behind the service, or behind the curtain side trailer, because they both go to the same drop off. So if you're doing the contest, that's one way to do it. You can still get gold even pulling this trailer. I believe that contest requires you to not damage the Scout too much. Like there's a damage meter, or no, what it is you damage your truck. So the damage meter goes up if you damage your own truck. That's how it works. Different contests have different like stipulations to them, and that's what that one has. It's still timed. But this time, instead of going around the corner back to the service hub, we'll take this left turn. This turn takes us back to the wood loading warehouse, and then we'll, instead of going to that warehouse, we'll turn right before we get there and go across the rock bridge again. It's pretty mucky right here. I'm gonna disconnect the trailer and drive up ahead a little ways, and then I'll winch it across. I think that will help. I'll get it pulled up as far as I can, and then I'll disconnect and try to drive ahead some more. Yeah, that definitely did it. We don't have any cargo in the truck, so the truck is digging straight down. Just doesn't have traction. Get reconnected here. Now this time, we can either pull into the trees right here, and it's twisting and windy, or we can go straight and go around and come in from the other side. It's not windy and twisty, but it's not too bad. If you're pulling the Scout behind you, this part right here is definitely difficult. The Scout likes to get stuck in the trees. So if you're doing the contest at the same time, it might pay to go all the way around and come in from that side, it's just a straight shot. All right, now that's complete. That's it. Pedro Bay, as you can see, is not a very big map, and it does not have a lot of jobs to do here. You can get them all done in one shot, and next time we'll come back and drop off the log contract that's due in here. But we're going to stop there for today. Appreciate y'all for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.